What is up, y'all? Hi, West here. Today, I'm going to tell you 3 things you can do to make your Hawk 250 ride like a top. Now, the first thing I recommend you do, which you're going to hear this from almost anybody when they find out you have a Chinese motorcycle, they're going to tell you. The first thing I do is change that oil that's in there, because that stuff is crap or something like that. Because stuff that comes in there looks like vegetable oil, some kind of olive oil or something. So you want to get rid of that right away before you even ride the bike. I didn't ride my bike with that stuff in there. I wouldn't recommend you ride it in there. Not even to break it in. Just go ahead and change it right away. And I've tried various types of 15W40 motorcycle oil. But out of all the oils I've tried, motorcycle specific oil is going to be the best, because I noticed with using a motorcycle specific oil, I've gotten a lot more power immediately from using that. And of course, you want a good quality oil to protect your clutch and help with your shifting. One of the other things you'll hear most often is people will tell you you need to adjust the valves right away because the valves come with no clearance at all, which is probably somewhat true, but not exactly, because 0.03 and 0.003 and 0.004 millimeters is very small. You need the smallest, actually the correct size filler gauge, because there's several to choose from. You have to use the exact filler gauge to get the proper measurement, because if you're not using the right filler gauge, you're going to think you got they're going to be too tight, when actually they're probably perfect, because they actually do come tight at first, which tight is, like I said, is almost perfect. And give yourself about 300 miles to learn how to do it properly. Get the proper filler gauge, so when you do it, you do it correctly. But that's not going to be the second thing I would recommend. Actually, I recommend getting a really good quality spark plug. A lot of people will recommend the Iridium replacement for the original spark plug. Personally, I use the E3. That's the one with the 3 prongs on it, and I've had some excellent results, some instant power improvements since I first started using the spark plug. So I would recommend that one, but there's some other choices out there. It's actually the E3.36, if you're curious, so you don't have to waste your time doing research. And besides the spark plug and the oil change, someone would tell you, go ahead and change that carburetor because the one on there is junk. But personally, I haven't had any problems with the carburetor. As long as you have the idle adjusted properly. If it's idled up too high, then you will get a little bit of flooding. And if it's idled up too low, idled down too low, then you have to rev it up for a little while with the choke on before it'll run by itself. But there actually is a sweet spot where it purrs like a kitten and it doesn't race, and runs really smooth. And you can find that spot. It's a great carburetor, I think, for what it is, for what you need. And the last thing I recommend, you'll hear something like change the sprocket or the carry up or down to get a different feel for the bike, which I haven't tried that yet, and it may make a difference in the way the bike feels. But my third recommendation is really simple. It's to change the air filter. I know the one that comes on there, when I changed it, was I got a 5-pack replacement. They were really inexpensive. I'll put a link to those down in the description. But the 5-pack replacement, I put one of those in there, and it just opened up. You can just hear the bike. I almost popped a wheelie when I turned the throttle. It was ridiculous. So the one that was in there was pretty much like a paper. I'm not sure the quality of it, but I recommend that's one of the things you can change right away. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.